Constance. Now we just need... Oh, we checked this street a week ago. I can't believe you traded a pistol for this. It's a lead. No way that guy saw fireflies over here. Stop. I feel good about this. Well, I don't. Come on.
So we're back to playing as Abby again. You know, the chick that Ellie just set out for the second journey of revenge against.
It's not gonna be on that side. It's all evens.
So, decent little bit of back and forth here. I'm getting emails that aren't too important there.
2409.
So Daddy Ellie kind of went to the store for some milk.
So
Seems like
25 should be
I
that
have
way.
no bullets for this.
Yeah.
I have a revolver. So, first of all, the game tries to... I appreciate the 5 bits there, Anima.
Heck, fine, I'll drop a coin.
I appreciate the nickel.
I don't know.
So, the game tried to draw parallels between the Joel and Ellie relationship and the Abby and Lev relationship. I never noticed when I was playing casually before, but the shoes that Lev wears are, like, the same kind of ones that Ellie would wear. So, you know, the game kind of directly says, like, hey, this is the case. And I think... I don't remember where I heard it. I think it was some sort of YouTube video where apparently the original plan for Abby's design was to have her physique be a little bit more normal, I guess, the standard kind of thing, as opposed to being super swole and stuff. But apparently they led to the decision. They had things lead to the decision. I don't know. They decided to make her buff to, like, give her more of a feel of Joel. So that when you play her, it feels kind of like playing Joel. And now here at the end, you have a revolver, which is, like, one of Joel's trademark things. And it's, like, you know, meant to kind of be symbolic and stuff.
Does that mean fireflies? No. Nothing I recognize, at least.
So they're out here. Take that glass. They're out here looking for... Hey, Brick. Looking for the fireflies and stuff. It's been an hour time
for your hourly wage.
Appreciate the bit there, John Wildcat. Oh, yeah, there's still some zombies around here, I guess. Okay. Damn it. I'm just gonna restart that. I don't think that there's many guys in this segment, so I don't think that I need to be, like, super crazy when it comes to restarting and trying to get things perfect, but still, if it's right at the beginning of a thing, I prefer always to take this approach. Yeah, not believe your eyes if you saw the fireflies. You ain't. Dang, I was hoping that I could just take you down from the grab from there, but alas, I only had the one revolver bullet, didn't I? Oh damn. I think right. Yeah, they only give me one on ground. They give me 2 pipe bombs, but only 1 bullet? Really? The hell? Weird. Okay. I see how it is. Alright, well then let's not use this if I don't have to. Anyway, with other stuff with the storytelling here, the game does try to make clear that, like, Ellie still has this trauma, can't sleep, can't get over it. She has to get, like, closure by continuing to go after Abby and all that. I mean, you as a player at this point are just kind of... Get out of the way! Or just kind of like, oh my god, just let it go! Like, I do kind of, yeah, just get over it. I mean, I know it's obviously not that easy and... Oh yeah, go deal with it. But I think I would prefer a format of storytelling where it's like you can still sort of get behind, like, the path that she's taking. Like, I think that a good example of that would be something like, say, Nier Replicant, where as you continue playing the game, you find out that the... Ooh, what's this? That the bad figures that you've been taking down, the shades. The hell? Did it not... Did it disable my settings? Hold on. Where's the, options? I think it's an accessibility to tell me the, visual aids. The thing where it tells me my items that I picked up in the bottom left. Wow, it really does look like Nier Replicant now. It's not alternate controls. I still have auto pickup on, but it looked like it disabled my thing telling me what it is. I guess I don't really need it. There's not that much game left, but like, what the heck? Controls, HUD, notifications, got prompts. No, I forget where it is, but it's not showing me my stuff that I'm, whatever, picking up down there.
Right.
But yeah, the story is unique. Almost all of us have been through something similar. Get over it. Yeah, everyone has a Golfie in their lives, I'm sure. But anyway, in Nier Replicant, you find out that, like, the Shades aren't these inherently evil beings, and, you know, you're playing as Nier there, who's heading out on an adventure to go rescue his sister. Or daughter, depending on what version you're playing. Flicker, what? Where? What? What are you talking about? Oh, I hear it somewhere around here. I was about to say, are you schizophrenic? But, like, you find out that, you know, the bad guys aren't just, like, generic evil. Open the thing, damn it! I'm hunting the pixel for E instead of the bottle pickup. So even though you know you're, you know, killing these figures along the way and not exactly a saint in the story or anything like that, you can still get behind what Nier is doing because you still want to, like, rescue his sister and know that that's, like, his motivation for it. And, like, okay, yeah, it's like... Watch! I know what I need to do there, and I don't know why I didn't. Damn it! Well... So, it's like, you can see that from a point of view, like, he's in the wrong here. But you can still get behind him and his journey and be like, hey, I still have the motivation as a player to be seeing this through, even if it's not 100% in the right. Whereas with The Last of Us Part 2, it feels like at this point, like, at least the way that I was playing casually through, you just kind of want to scream at the screen like, oh my god, just stop! Just let her go, just accept what happened. You've been spared twice. You've, like, you've seen the whole price of the cost of vengeance and stuff like that. Like, just let it go, damn it! Like, going and killing Abby at this point does not necessarily lead to a happier ending. So, like, while you can... Whoa, damn it! So while you can say, like, oh yeah, I see that, like, she can't get over that trauma and needs closure and stuff, you know that that closure doesn't really have anything positive to it, and you just want to say, friggin' stop, you know? How was your Victoria Day? Do you mourn the queen that died 124 years ago? Nah, not the one that died that long ago, but the other one I sure did. The one that the day has nothing to do with. Here, just yoink. Woke up this morning out at the family's lake cabin since I've been out there since Wednesday, and headed home in the morning. I went over to my Oma's place and I did a bunch of weeding over there and watering of things. Then I went over to my cousin's place, delivering some of my Oma's cookies that she just baked today. And then I did a bunch of weeding over there of the Haskap garden that I planted in their front. I came home and then I had some food and then I started streaming The Last of Us Part 2. That has been my Victoria Day here. That is how it's gone. I've got cookies, yes, but they're not in this room immediately. I'll probably take some down here later because they are pretty good. Freshly baked today. They're pretty nice. My Oma, that translation from German to English, my grandmother, made herself today. What kind of cookies? A oatmeal chocolate chip. Is what it is. And in addition to that, she also made apple cake recently. So when I was over there and doing some weeding, I ended up getting quite the treat meal kind of thing there. Like, not quite a full meal, but stop pushing me out. But it may as well have been after having several cookies and a piece of cake. Like, it's really good. That was really good apple cake, I gotta say. And she invited me and my dad over for dinner tomorrow, so I guess we'll be going over there tomorrow. And chances are I'm probably gonna have more cookies and apple cake. Most likely here. Which is really, really tasty. I want to plant tomatoes in her garden here soon. Oh, I only need that. I thought I was gonna have to run over here and grab the bottle, but I saw you went in that stunned animation and realized that I probably didn't need to do that.
Good.
I want to plant tomatoes soon, but because it's a stat holiday today, the eco center was closed. I wanted to go to the eco center and get compost.
Keep your guard up.
Because around here, like, you can get free compost at the eco center.
24, 25.
24, 25. Since the green bins that we have here in Alberta, and I presume other places in Canada, I know other countries might not have it, but, you know, your food waste that you have taken away each week, that gets made into compost, and anyone can get that compost for free. So if you want to, like, give compost to your plants as some good fertilizer, you can just stock up on however much you want. Like, they do have signs saying, like, please only take however much you need, but you can just go there and get however much you want for free. Last year, my dad and I brought the truck out there, laid a whole tarp in the back, and just, like, shoveled a whole bunch of compost in there and used it to help establish our raised beds that we have here. So the raised beds that we put in here last year are already so dang compost rich, but the old raised beds and the stuff at my Oma's place, I want to put compost in first and mix it in well, and then plant tomatoes. I would have planted tomatoes today otherwise, since there shouldn't be much risk of frost anymore, but that's going to have to be another day. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll go over and plant some stuff early, and then my dad can come by later for dinner. The Rattlers are here. No one is going to make me their fucking slave. Andrew, Logan, Ori, Daddy is coming to see you. Ooh, foreshadowing. The Rattlers. AKA the faction that appears at the end of the game for the force to go up against for the epilogue and stuff.
What would you like to do? I don't know.
Yeah, my Ukrainian grandma is the same way. She invites us over to do work that makes the most delicious stuff as thanks. It's a great deal. It's always worth it. Nice.
West. See what's out there.
It's nothing but ocean.
And past it?
Hey.
Other countries, I guess.
One
Wanna do
bullet.
that?
Why not?
Good question.
Alright, well, I have a whole 2 bullets now. I don't think this segment is much longer, so, like, I probably don't need both of them there. Pierogies and borscht are always the best. Does she make handmade pierogies
What do you
then?
want to do for dinner tonight?
As Ukrainian grandmother? Because pierogies are, like, one of my
Got
favorite
those
foods ever.
lobsters I caught
Sounds
yesterday.
amazing.
They're still in a bucket on the
But yeah.
deck.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
epilogue.
Genius.
And we got a few strawberries.
At least what I would classify as the epilogue.
If we
I would
find
classify
strawberries,
everything in Jackson as
celebrate
prologue,
strawberries.
Seattle, day 1 to
If
3
we
with both
don't,
sides being the main game, and then,
we
like,
can
this
sell
stuff
ourselves
onward
with
being the
strawberries.
epilogue.
Cool.
Is what I would argue. Though all, like, one collective story. Like, the story hasn't ended yet. Like, it's still going on. But, like, the main meat of it is through,
That's
and now
not-
we're just kind of tying up
that's
the
not
last
important
threads and
fix.
stuff. But yeah.
Good
Yeah, but she
answer.
wraps up herself nice. I would like to learn how to make homemade pierogies one day. My, and homegrown potatoes. Nice. I grow my own
24,
potatoes.
29.
They actually
Fun.
started coming up from the ground here recently. When I was over at my Oma's place, I have like a patch where I just plant potatoes there every year in the back area. Lots of space. I planted like 6 rows of potatoes. I'm growing yellow, purple, and red potatoes this year. So if we do like a potato salad, it is going to be quite the colorful mix. Like, the red ones are just yellow inside anyway, so the insides look the same. The purple ones are purple inside, so, you know, we'll get a nice mix of yellow and purple on the
See
insides.
numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
24, 26 is across the street.
And I was
24,
quite
29
surprised to
is
see
next
some
door.
potatoes up from the ground already.
This has to be it.
Not many, just a few, but some of them are already up. I planted them a little early. Usually I only plant a lot of things after May long weekend and risk of last frost is passed, but I planted my potatoes early because I figure, hey, if a late frost comes in, they won't have grown up from the ground yet. They'll still be insulated under the ground. They'll be fine. Yep, stuff is coming up. They seem happy now. But yeah, and in terms of being treated to good food, my neighbors here, they're Lebanese, and I was going to do some grafting to their trees this year, and I did. But during a day that I came over there just to say, like, hey, I'm going to this event coming up to get sticks for grafting. Would one of you guys like to come with me and pick out what sticks you'd like? Is there anything that you'd like me to be on the lookout for? Or should I just go and choose sticks at, like, my own discretion and so on and so forth? Like, I just came by to ask that question and say, like, hey, this is coming up. Are you still interested in me grafting to your trees this year? Before I knew it, I was being brought inside, treated to cookies and milk, and then a lot of the family was coming over that day, and the grandmother of the home there, she was working on a stir-fry lunch for everyone there, so she asked me if I would like to try a little bit, and I said, sure, like, I'll try a little bit. Yeah, a little bit, huh? I got a full plate of food. I just ended up getting lunch over there when I came by just to ask a question.
This is the place.
Okay,
but
there's nothing here.
We don't.
I guess that's what happens when you have Lebanese neighbors. Well, I'm getting warm. So, I swear I hit E to open this. Is it not opening? What the hell? Game? But yeah. Greedy? What? Me partaking in food there? You wink. Or thinking that I could hit E there. I don't know what exactly I picked up. Alright, well. TV remote. Do they have a PlayStation 3? Not in here. Take that glass. What? Double layered glass. Into the pool we go. Look, this pool's completely drained, but the last pool that we were in that needed to break our fall or else we die, that one was completely drained. Like, I know that one's indoors, so, like, any water that evaporates you would think would just, like, come down. Whereas this is, like, out in the open and clearly would evaporate, like, into the atmosphere and stuff, so clearly this would drain a lot faster. But you would think over time that that other one would have been drained as well, that, like, water would escape through the cracks, and it just wouldn't be perfectly topped up, and yet it was, and we lived, and it's the conveniences in this game. A little bit. I wasn't the one that made my plate. That was the plate I was given. I also, my memory kept on telling me that bricks were better because of Last of Us Part 1, but I think I had heard somewhere semi-recently that in this game, bricks and bottles are virtually the same, which, like, I've begun to realize, but, like, it's been hard for me to accept. This is like Part 1, you could just, like, immediately take down someone with a brick, and on hearing that, I was like, oh yeah, that was the case, wasn't it? Whereas it's the same with a brick and bottle and this, but supremacy. Give me one of these. You like, who keeps bricks in their shed? Is this like when you keep like a 2x4 around for decades just in case you have to use it? Except now it's with bricks.
Yeah, I have a small recollection of it.
I have to use it.
You feel better.
Oh, let me throw it.
We were gonna die.
Leave my shot.
Nope.
Got him. Okay. There, I can do it if I lead my shot. The game doesn't let me otherwise, because the game's not cool like that. And this way we go.
Nada.
What's this?
Really nothing.
Another bullet.
Can't be.
There might not be any Zambos left. That might actually be it. Did I already pick up the thing? It probably doesn't even matter. I'm still gonna go around picking everything up out of force of habit. I swear, there was like bricks in every shower in Part 1, and there just isn't in this game. I don't know if people stopped using bricks as soap between the events of Part 1 and Part 2, or like what's going on. Why there's so many bricks in showers in Part 1. Yeah. I have a neighbor with a pile of bricks. Do you think that it's in case the cordyceps break out, and I need to, you know, throw a whole bunch of them at dudes? Yeah. Yeah, maybe not. How do I progress here? I don't remember. If this is the place, I'm pretty sure I need to go into a basement.
Lev, I think we're done here.
No, wait.
You find something?
Oh, is this a secret basement? These scratch marks along the floor, like this has been moved back and forth?
Scratches.
Like it's a secret basement.
Scooch.
I mean, yeah, you're kind of pushing the wrong way. If there's scratches over that way, it logically implies that the way this moves is this way. Dummy. Alright, well. I guess depending on the way it's set up, you can likely move it either way, but...
Hello?
Mario? Yes. What's in here? Another bullet. Why does it keep giving me bullets when I don't think that we're... As far as I remember, I don't think that we play as Abby again after this.
Been here.
So I don't think there's anything to use a bullet
I have
on.
to agree with you.
Which, I mean, I guess this means I can just kind of fire them for fun. It just kind of leans out of the way. What do you think about that, huh? Hmm? True, you never know when you might need bricks.
All things considered.
This is pretty nice, huh? Wow, that glass didn't shatter. Instead got an indent somehow. I don't know who's making bulletproof glass ovens out here, but my immersion has been shattered. I want a refund from this game immediately. Alright, I think I interact here, and I think this ends the Abby segment. Or wait, I'd restore power first, and then I do this, and then,
Look around.
Alright, I didn't just, What? Did I just pick something up? Oh, I'm full on rags. Doesn't matter. So I think it's just puzzle solving to, store power. Do I need to get back there? I don't remember how to do this. Maybe I might need a spontaneous shed. So you just erect it with a whole bunch of bricks that you have around. Ever tried shooting the glass on an oven door? They're special made for heat resistance, makes them bullet resistance. True, I've never tried, so, like, maybe I shouldn't exactly be knocking it. That do be true. Source, I made it up. Okay, Senator Armstrong. Oh, I just needed to click that. It's not a puzzle or anything. Okay, here we go.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is... Do you see a call sign anywhere?
Oh, what?
It's a short list of numbers and letters. Fuck it. This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? Standing by. Is anyone out there?
What's this?
Those are frequencies. Is this frequency currently in use?
I'm honestly surprised the
This is
game didn't
Abby
make
from
me
Santa
enter the
Barbara. Is
frequencies.
anyone out there?
Knowing how much you can rotate an item in the middle of cutscenes.
I don't know.
Entering the frequencies seems like
Can
something the
anyone
game
hear
would
me?
make you do.
Hello?
Until you figure out the right one.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Hello? Hello? Is this frequency currently in use? Hello, this is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? If anyone can hear me, please reply. Please answer.
Hi, Abby. We got a clear signal on you. Where in Santa Barbara you calling from?
2425 Constance. We got a tip about a base, but there's no one here. We're looking for fireflies. I'm a firefly.
Where were you stationed?
I was part of the Salt Lake outpost.
Who ran that facility?
Dr. Jerry Anderson. He was my dad.
Well, how about that? We pulled everyone back from the satellite stations and brought them back here to home base.
How many of you are there?
We're about 200 strong now, with a few more every month.
Owen was right. You're about to get 2 more. How do we find you?
Get to Catalina Island. Approach the large domed building in Avalon. We'll find you.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you soon. Over and out.
Looking forward to it. Good luck, Abby from Santa Barbara. Over and out.
Come on, let's get back to the sailboat.
So the fireflies are getting back together again. We can go meet up with them. Maybe there is still some segment, and I
what
wasted my
was that?
bullets.
Why do you make me repeat whenever I'm wrong?
But yeah.
Because it makes me feel better.
So after the events of the game, she couldn't really be part of the WLF anymore. It's not really clear if the WLF is still a group. So she decided to go off of her pal Owen's hunch and go out to Santa Barbara, where she heard that the fireflies were stationed. That some of them were coming back together again. Try and follow that trail. Surprise! Before we can get there, though. The great return of Batman. The man with the bat. You look like you go to drivers, dive-ins, and dives. Whatever the heck.
Come here, let me see you. You ready?
Wait, what are you doing? Wait. Fuck, man!
You're fine. Get that little one.
Don't you fucking touch him!
Shit. One hell of a catch, huh?